Bruddcy and it's hot like steam. Bruddcy and Kitty, we're here to play. Life and gossip every single day. Laugh a little louder, who needs control? It's the Bruddcy and Kitty show.
From trending news to the tales untold, spinning the wheel, let the stories unfold. Catch us in the vibe where the chatter grows, with a pair that keeps you on your toes. What's the buzz? What's the word? Spill it fast, haven't you heard?
Bruddcy and Kitty, we're here to play. Life and gossip every single day. Laugh a little louder, who needs control? It's the Bruddcy and Kitty show.
Truth or dare, we're taking the leap. Stories that'll make you laugh or weep. Tune in now, let the fun explode. This is your stop, it's the Bruddcy code.
Right. What is up, good people? Happy hump day. You're watching the Bruddcy and Kitty show. Kitty, how are you doing on this lovely hump day?
I'm just calming down.
Just calming down.
Just calming down because I've been on a soapbox all morning.
Oh,
well, I've been spinning first.
Oh,
you think
God.
that would get rid of it? No.
Kitty's on the soapbox. That don't sound good. What's going on?
Well, it's this BAFTA thing. It's doing me head in. It's doing me head in.
This wee BAFTA bollocks.
The wee BAFTA. The wee BAFTA. The wee BAFTA.
Kitty, what's going on? You know, obviously, you know, anyone that's not on Cloud Cuckoo Land knows the story. What is the reaction at the minute? You know, I thought most normal people would come to a conclusion with this. Sorry, guys, I'm listening to myself back. Bear with me 2 seconds. All right, there we go. Yes, I thought this would be a simple, open and shut case. The guy has Tourette's. You've got celebrities throwing their 2 cents in now. People are coming out of all sorts of conspiracies. People are blaming all types of people. Like, you know, just what's the reaction that you've had from everyone else regarding our videos?
It's showing me victims that have had slurs thrown at them.
Okay.
So they are really sort of taking it to heart. When the reality is this guy couldn't control what he said. I've watched a bit of the film now, and I'm going to actually sit down and watch the film properly.
Oh, give it a plug. What's it called?
It's called I Swear.
Oh, okay.
I Swear.
There's a clue in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The type of Tourette's he's got is, like I've said, you're in a situation, and what's the worst thing you can say? And that's what he'll say, and he can't control it. Do I take away the fact that what he said was a racist remark? No, it was a racist remark. I take that. I understand that, and I understand why people are upset.
But do you understand it though, Kitty? Because you to state the obvious, you're not black. You don't know what it's like to be called the N-bomb.
Apparently, according to my TikTok today, it's nothing to do with British people. This is a black American problem.
Oh, well, who said that? That sounds like a white person saying something like that, though.
No, it was a black guy from America.
Racist! That's racist, Kitty.
Yeah,
No,
do you know what I mean? And then he was like, because you need to sit down because this is a black American thing. Firstly, Delroy Lindo is a white guy. He's a white guy. He's a British guy.
He's white, is he? Old Delroy?
No, he will be. He's British. If you didn't know, he's British. And I know for a lot of Americans, they don't understand that we have actually infiltrated America. People like Idris Elba. He's British, if you didn't know. Because they do these really, really good American accents. So people actually believe that they are American. Tom Hardy.
You won't believe this, Kitty. I'm actually American as well, believe it.
I can tell.
You can tell?
I can tell.
I'm actually American.
Soccer on a Sunday.
So you don't understand. You've got to be more sensitive. I've told you about this. You've got to be more sensitive. You don't know what it's like to be on the receiving end of the N-bombs and all these sort of racial slurs. You've passed as white your whole life. As soon as they found out you're Chinese, and then you only get half of sort of understanding on here.
Yeah, I know. I don't take away that it wasn't very nice to hear. I don't take that away from anybody. It's not very nice to hear. But once you have context, I think you have to let it go. But some people aren't letting it go. What I have found out since is the BBC put a microphone straight in front of him.
Yeah, this is a stitch up, guys. Guys,
It's
let's
a
just
stitch
remember.
up.
Let's go to the comments quickly. Shawnee B. That's the only problem I have with the BBC. They could have edited it out. They edited someone out saying "Free Palestine," which is interesting. Why didn't the BBC edit it out? Afternoon, Marie. Marie's coming in good
Yeah.
fashion. Shout out to you, Marie. Kitty.
Why didn't it? And let's face it, we've all seen the clip. There is complete silence before he says it.
Yep.
There's complete silence after he says it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not telling me that they couldn't just edit it out.
Yep.
He said 2 words. What people don't realise, he said 2 words. He said the M bomb and then he said the B bomb.
Oh.
Female dogs.
Yep.
So he came out with those 2 words. You're not telling me they couldn't have got rid of it, but they'd actually placed a microphone right in front of his seat. This is a stitch up. But what gets me is this guy has actually tried to take his own life once because of his disability, because he hates himself for what he does. If anything happens to this man, BBC have got blood on their hands, because he's mortified. He's absolutely mortified. And then on top of it all, we get the likes of Jamie Foxx.
Okay, Jamie Foxx, old Foxy boy. Let's have a look and see what he's done. Where are Jamie's comments? Kitty's not organised as usual, so she never has anything ready. She never has anything ready. Let's have a look and see. Okay, let's get it up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Jamie Foxx's conversation. It's coming, guys. It's coming. You ladies have all heard that. You've all heard it. It's agenda. Yeah, I know it. Are you talking? Yeah, it's definitely an agenda. Maybe it's just to promote the film. I'll cover myself up for a minute on the screen. Okay. Out of all so this is Jamie Foxx, people. Out of all the words you could have said, Tourette's make you say that. And then he's had 78 responses. And then he said, nah, he meant that shit. And anyone that's sort of down with the kids, watched a bit of Power, knows that that there's a little bit of camaraderie there. Unacceptable. It's not a tick. He meant that. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people do feel really sensitive when they really hear this word. When they hear this words.
Can I just point something out? Jamie Foxx is famous for a certain film, Django Unchained. That word was used 116 times in that film. So that was actually said with intent. This wasn't. And I think in a court of law, you've got to prove intent. You've got to prove that they intended to hurt somebody with their words. There is no intent because of the Tourette's.
Yeah, Marie, you're welcome to come up as well. Like I said, the TikTok won't work because obviously I've got me and Kitty are in the virtual studio, but you're welcome to come in. If you send me a message, I can send you a invite via that, and you just copy it, paste it in, and it will bring you up into my mainstream, and it won't show you. I won't show you camera if you don't want to.
I think it's called portfolio. No, right, I could be wrong here and I could have really killed that. But the type of Tourette's he's got is the worst case, and he takes the worst word that you can use at that precise moment, or the sentence, and he says it. One of the most famous lines in the film, apparently he makes his boss a cup of tea, gives him a tea, and he says,
"Yeah, no, oh no." No worries, Marie. No worries, Marie. No worries.
So he says the worst thing possible at the worst time. Does it take anything away from the fact that is a racist comment? No. But come on, give the guy a break. I just don't want anything bad to happen to him because of this, or him to be attacked, or for him to feel that bad that he tries his own life again.
I have a few words that can summarize what we're seeing right now on social media. Outrage for cash. Yeah. Outrage for cash. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing people pretending that they're deeply offended and deeply hurt. I think, on the bigger picture, listening to all the facts, like you said, they put a mic in front of someone. Why would you put a mic? Well, if you've got someone that's got Tourette's and that's likely to say certain words, a simple. There's no on it. Even on my mic here, it's £100, but even on my mic here, there's a button I can push to turn it off. You turn the mic off when people are talking, which is something basic. But we're talking about the BBC here, guys. These are the same people that, like I said yesterday, Donald Trump is suing for 10 I think it's 10 billion or something crazy like that, because they edited his speech and made it seem more provocative than it actually was. So, and no one wants to pay their TV license anymore, so they're probably losing cash. So the BBC are definitely invested. Do we know who made the film, by the way? Do we know who made it? Who's involved in what company owns it?
It's an independent thing, apparently, and
Okay.
he obviously it's based on his life. The young guy that played him actually won the Best Actor, which is absolutely amazing. And I have seen bits in the film where he literally, he's in a police cell, and the woman that comes to fetch him, and he starts saying things like she's got drugs in her pussy. And these are the things he says because it's the excuse me. I was talking to somebody, and they were saying that their wife's got it, and when she goes through the airport, she starts talking about bombs.
Wow.
She can't stop herself. She wants to. And we all know that's the one thing you don't talk about. You don't talk about, but she can't. And she'll I've got a bomb. I've got a bomb.
Yeah, and that's something that's one of those impulses. I kind of have that where I want to say something like really sort of obscene, or maybe something that's not meant to be said at the definitely said at the wrong time. Kind of have it, but I can control it, I suppose.
Yeah, they don't have that control, and I think their brain basically says, "Don't say that, don't say that, don't say that," and it floods out.
Yeah.
Somebody's, I really do. I take my hat off to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. At the time, they really handled it like a boss. But I am quite disappointed that neither of them have come out and made a statement.
Yes, Shawnee B, exactly that, 100%. Like, they are. This was a plan. This was a plan. This was to get more ratings for the BBC or whatever, or to push the movie. Maybe someone at the BBC's got to get in a backhander on this. Like, you couldn't have staged it any better. You find the two biggest actors, and then you drop that sort of thing. And maybe even said, I don't know, maybe they told him to say it. Let's just say this. If someone said to him, I'll give you £1 million if you say this, if you make a scene and blow this movie up for us. You have to bear in mind the job of an actor is to promote the movie as well. It's not just to do the acting and sit back and relax.
But he's not in the film.
His son is though, isn't he?
No, it's not his son. I thought it was, but it's not. He's the subject of the film.
Okay.
He's the subject. That's it. And he was there. But apparently they played a video before he came on. They literally told the audience, listen, there's a chance. But it's that microphone placement for me.
Yeah, it's a stitch up. It's a stitch up to promote the movie, and the BBC, I don't know how. They obviously make their money through the TV license. It's diversion from the royal heat. Yeah, 100%. 100%. The BBC have a relationship with the royals. Oh, that's very good. Very good. We love that. Mm-hmm. We love that. Marie.
Yeah. Bruddcy's put him in the naughty corner anyway. Have you seen him?
Yeah. Andrew's staying in the naughty corner, guys, until we get some
names.
Some names and some justice. But I got the feeling, guys, especially with this Mandleton guy, I believe that we're going to have some suicides soon, guys. And I really do believe that we're going to have some suicides, because they're very powerful people that probably do not want to be outed, and if they think someone's ready to squeal, just ask Epstein what happened. Oops, you can't. Someone broke into the prison and got rid of him. Suicide, not suicide. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. It will be. It will be suicide, not suicide. Do you know what I mean? It will be. Accidentally, all the cameras went off.
Yes, I got that. Yeah. If the guy is racist, he is racist. We can't change that. But yeah, that's it, guys. As well, like, to all my brothers and sisters of Nubian persuasion, I would say to you, if someone's trying to be racist but not actually owning their racism, then why would you take that seriously? They're spineless. Like, they're trying to be sneaky and do it. Like, if that's the case, like, I would never, like, it's like Elon Musk, like, if he wanted to do that proper salute, and why didn't he just own it? No, I was just saying from the top of my heart. It means nothing. Like, you know, it's just like, you know, just it means you're a pussy. Basically, it means you're a pussy. You don't stand on what you believe, and you're not being you're not being real. You're just being covert. Like, you know, it's stupid. Like, you
Yeah,
know, I
if you're
wouldn't.
going to do it chest out. Do
Yeah.
it. I've got more respect for somebody that would say to me, I just don't like black people, or I don't like people of colour. I've got more respect. I don't want to talk to you, like, and I
You
don't want you.
racist bloody cow.
I know. Somebody's going to clip that, aren't they? And
Yeah, me. Me.
a black friend.
I think I might get an. I might. No, it's not. I won't make a joke on that because it is a serious condition. But, you know, you have to make light of situations. If you take everything so seriously, then, you know, you drive you bloody mad, wouldn't it?
I will say this: the British people, right, and the
We do have a sense of humour,
yeah,
indeed.
the British and the Americans. The Americans don't seem to be as educated on Tourette's as we do. Whereas we seem to understand Tourette's a little bit better. And of course, because of our sense of humour and our sarcasm, we just make it a joke. Do you get what I mean? And we just find most of the times it's funny. But the Americans are up in arms. I mean, apparently it was on The View. The View were discussing it. Whoopi Goldberg's not happy at all.
Yeah.
Whoopi's not happy.
Sorry, Kitty. The invitation is open to everyone. This is an interactive show. Although Kitty loves to hear the sound of her own voice, I do occasionally like to hear someone else's voice as well. So if you go to Bruddcy Entertainment on YouTube or BNK Live on YouTube, you can in the comment section. There's a link. You don't have to come in with your camera. You can just click on the link. It will bring you into us, and you can have your say on some of these matters, guys. Kitty, yeah, she's full of herself, that one. But Kitty, yeah, back to you, Kitty. The stage is back on you. Look, your mic's turned back on. Look, your mic's turned back on.
Yeah, make it about me. Make it about me. Yeah, I just think if you're going to be a racist with your chest out. If you ain't got the balls to be one, don't say anything then.
Yeah. I suppose more the argument here would probably be maybe a different kind of argument is the BBC using racism to promote or deflect any narrative, and I suppose that's more of a deeper sort of conversation, really. Like, you know, because it's firmly on the BBC. I don't blame someone with Tourette's for doing their Touretting. Like, you know, the BBC had full control over this, and, you know, most I wouldn't consider myself an idiot, but I'm not the smartest man in the world. And something tells me if I've got people making speeches on stage, and if I've got people on stage making speeches, and you've got someone with Tourette's really bad suffering, the last thing I'm going to do is put a mic in front of him so everyone can hear him loud and clear. Like, you know, I'll turn the mic off, and when it's time for him, like, what was the point of him having a mic, by the way?
There was no point. That's the thing. There was no point in him having one.
Elephant in the room. Jesus, guys. They give the guy a mic. What's he got a mic for if he's not going on the stage?
He's not.
Yeah. Stitch up. BBC Stitch up.
To me, it just smells of likes and views. Like you say, everybody's talking about the BAFTAs now. Everybody's talking about the BAFTAs because of that. I don't think that's very fair, because I think they've not only thrown those two actors under the bus, they've also thrown this man with a disability under the bus. And I think if anything happens to this guy, they've got blood on their hands. But then, like you say, they chose to remove the Free Palestine guy who made us.
Oh, don't say that. Israel be connected with this now. They'll be like,
well, they did.
They'll be like,
that's what they edited out. They edited out. And also Warner Brothers, who are the people that distribute it to America, knew it had happened and said, under no circumstances when you send this to us, make sure that's out. Make sure that's out. And they said, don't worry, we've edited it out. And then they sent it.
Wow.
This is all for promotion. But they've used three people, and they've used racism as a platform as such.
A dog whistle. A dog whistle to sort of get. Like, we should be talking about great acting, great movies and stuff. Rather than that, we're talking about nonsense. Right, 1 second. Wait, I'm gonna try and let someone come in from TikTok, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear them. Just Was can you Shawnee B, can you, because it's really going to be awkward for me if I do bring you in from TikTok. Can you just come in through YouTube or come in through YouTube? It'd be much easier for you to come in because the link's in the chat. You just literally click on it and it'll bring you
Marie,
straight in.
have you seen the statue that's actually outside the BBC building? Google the statue. Google that statue of what is outside the BBC building. They have been told to take it down. People have done petitions to take it down, and they refuse to take it down. It's a statue of a man with a child with no clothes on.
Yeah, I mean, we are seeing it, guys, with these Epstein files. We are, whether we like it or not, we are being run by some of the most filthiest people out there, and they're shoving it in our faces. They're not even trying to hide it. It's in our faces now, like, you know, it's literally in our faces. They're not trying to hide it. You have these demonic people, like, you know, I don't know if you've seen those videos of the children talking about all the things that they've seen and, like, you know, eating. Daddy used to eat the baby and they used to do this nonsense and all this, like, you know, these people are sick, they're demonic, and these are the people that are controlling us. We all think we live in this lovely democracy. No, we are the ants that walk the street carrying all the breadcrumbs to our little nests while they're right at the top, you know, pissing on all of us. Literally, like, you know.
How they do it. Laughing while they do it. Look at them all.
And then guess what, guys? When they when too much piss goes all over your house, because they're pissing from a high, they're gonna say it's your next door neighbor wearing the burqa. He's responsible for it.
It's all their fault. All those people.
That's it, guys. That's it. And you know, you have these people with, and we're moving on to our next topic over it. You have these people that are, let's just say, they say they're scared of being called racist for calling out crimes of people of color, but you know. Most normal people, like, moving on to this next case. This one's going to be a tongue twister. Okay, so this is the Nottingham stabbing, and what was his name? Let me get everyone's name right. So this is the Nottingham stabber, and Avaldo Calocan. His mum tried to get him sectioned, and I believe the NHS, whoever it was behind it, or the mental health team, they were worried about over-representation of black patients at that time, and they didn't want to. This is not confirmed. This is a rumor that I've heard from CB News, which might say it all. They are suggesting that the mental health team were worried about an over-representation of black patients that they had, and they just let this guy roam the streets, and unfortunately, 3 people lost their lives. Grace O'Malley, Barnaby Webber, and Ian Coates. And if we do have spineless people in these power positions that are worried, why don't they need to hire some more black people in these roles? And you know, these are some good old black people from all different countries, from the Caribbean, and they'll say, "Him done it. Send him to jail." Like, you know, him done it. Send him right to jail. Like, you know, that's it.
Hit 'em up with their head.
That's it. People think. I mean, logically thinking, I really do wonder when they try and paint this 2-tier sort of system of stuff. I wonder if they really believe normal black people, normal people of color, even white people, when they see other white people commit crimes, whether they're worried. I mean, have you ever been worried about a white person being sent to jail, Kitty, for doing something because too many white people being arrested? Have you ever worried? Why do you think black and Asian people would think that?
No, I don't get it.
It doesn't make no sense. Like, most normal human beings want criminals in jail, under the jail. Mm-hmm. What makes you...
I will say this, right? I've had a situation in Nottingham where I tried to get somebody sectioned, okay, right? And it is one of the hardest things to do. I went to the police, I went everywhere to try and get somebody sectioned, and they needed section. They ended up being sectioned, and they were sectioned for 8 years. And the police said to me at the time, there is nothing we can do until he hits you or attacks you again. Right? So this guy had already attacked me once. Oh. So I was like, okay, so he's got to beat me. Then they said to me, what you can do is possibly take him to A&E. They will assess him. And if they think he's bad, they'll admit him and section him. I said, he's having delusions. He doesn't know he's having delusions. So he's not going to sit there and say, I'm having delusions. He doesn't realise he's having delusions. He thinks this is all real.
Yeah.
So it's one of the hardest things to do, to have somebody sectioned. His poor mother must have gone through absolute hell. And don't forget as well, I mean, mine was a family member as well. It's one of the hardest things in the world to actually say that, you know, somebody that you love or care for needs sectioning.
Yeah. And whether people like it or not, there are people out here really suffering, not like with mental health isn't another thing. Like psychosis is a totally different level. Like, you know, there are people out there really, really struggling with this stuff. And I know from being in the industry, if these people were on the street, you would have more of these situations of people going out and committing these heinous crimes. I mean, the story, I didn't really even want to cover it too much because it was so heinous. Lovely girl, 9-year-old girl, playing outside the shops. Her mother's in the shop, playing with a hula hoop, bless the child, outside a fucking shop. And someone comes over with a knife that they had been planning and contemplating doing for a few days and plunged it into this young girl's heart. I mean, he and then when questioned by the police, asked why he done it. He said that there's a chip in his head and someone's programming him to do these things. Like, you know, we need more funding. Like, you know, we need more funding, more education about this sort of stuff. Parents, and, you know, like you just said there, one of the hardest things you could do is sort of say, have someone sectioned. Maybe there needs to be an argument for not a full section, maybe just like a temporary one while they're being assessed. Because obviously, if I say I'm going to get you sectioned, Kitty, it's going to take a little bit long. And if you do have any, if there are any issues while that processing's getting done, you might well be coming to have something to say about it. Let's just say no support or services here.
I look forward to the holiday, to be quite honest with you. Free drugs and holiday, it's perfect for me. But I will say, like you said, it's one of the hardest things to do. And the thought of trying to bundle this person into my car and drag him into the A&E and say to him, you've got to tell them that you're delusional, is absolutely ridiculous. Firstly, the guy's 23 stone.
I was going to ask that. How did you even manage that?
I couldn't even do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get him in the car. I couldn't get him. You know, he'd turn up at my house with box cutters and things like that, threatening to cut my face. And
good God.
This guy was, and you know, I'd ring the police. Don't forget, this is my family member. Yeah. This is somebody I love, and I'm having to ring the police. And then his friends found out I rang the police, and I was a grass.
Yep.
I was a grass. So I'd got the guilt you feel.
Yeah. No, I mean, we that's just gotta stop, guys. Like, you know, the grass nonsense. If you know someone that's gonna commit a heinous crime, and sadly, if they're of color or of a certain religion, you have a duty to your own people, to your own religion, to report that person. Because guess what? When that person goes and commits a crime, you know, it's not going to be based on an individual basis. They're going to say, look, the whole religion's filthy. Look at them. They're all murderous. Like, you know, and this is what happens, guys. We must call people out for committing these crimes. We must do it. Anyone committing any crime, anyone making any threats, you commit them. You do it. Like, there's loads of videos in America of police turning up to young children's houses where they've made threats they're going to shoot the school up and stuff like that. Like, the police they know now, they have to turn up when these things happen. And even the recent shooting in Canada, it was a trans person. Obviously, you know, now they want to take guns away from trans people. It's something that, you know, and you have to turn people in if someone makes a threat of doing something. And this is the sad thing. Well, do you know what the police found this as well? They said that in most of these mass shootings, the killer told at least one person that they were going to do it. At least one person knew. So you can't have that that grass feeling. Guess what? Like, my boy comes to me and says, you know what, fam, I'm thinking about shooting up a school. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of work, like, you know. And you owe it to him. You can save his life, like, you know. Maybe that person needs some help. Like, you know.
Whenever people used to say to me that I was a grouse and this that, and the other, I used to say to me, "Do you not realise I am trying to save him? I am trying to save."
And yourself, someone that's making threats to cut your face. I mean,
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
as well.
He don't-
Self-preservation always comes first, guys.
he kicked me that hard. He split open my C-section wound.
Good God.
This is a man that kicked me so hard he split open stitch. Well, there weren't even stitches; it was a wound. So this is a guy that had left me for dead after 20 weeks after having a baby. This person wasn't very right in their head, and it still took another 10 years for anything to happen because nobody believed. Because with any sort of psychosis, and you probably know because you're in this business, and I obviously know because I've spoke to ChatGPT. But
so wait a minute. So you class yourself as a professional in this matter?
Yeah, I am a doctor now. I've got the outfit and everything. So he literally, it took me 10 years, and he would have good days. So people would see him on those good days and say, "What are you going on about? There's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him." And I'm like, that's not him all the time. You're seeing a snippet of good. Do you know how he got sectioned in the end? He attacked somebody in the street. He got arrested. He went to prison for him, and it was the prison service that literally spotted it straight away, and he was moved straight away to a mental health institution, and he was sectioned.
So if that person had gone on to kill 2 or 3 people, you've tried to get him sectioned. You've tried to do the work and get it done. You've tried to go down the proper channels. Do you know what I mean? This is what I mean. You've given advance notice. Loyalty to family, loyalty to friends, that's all got to go out the window when we have a 9-year-old girl playing with a hula hoop, guys, stabbed in the heart. Good God. Like,
how's that parent gonna feel as well?
Ivina, I can't remember her name, but the poor girl that in America that was sat on the train from Ukraine. You know, the guy had been arrested God knows how many times. He's got a lot of issues. He should have been in prison. 22 different convictions, a whole load of mental health issues. They don't have good God, guys. We moan about our NHS and our health systems out here. In America, you're mad. Yeah, the police, they'll probably end up shooting you. It's cheaper for them to shoot you in the streets.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy on the train here as well in the UK, he'd been reported how many times before?
Oh, yes, indeed. He went into the barbershop, didn't he, the day before? No one grassed him up. Good God.
Exactly. So he'd been in trouble so many times for mental health issues, and nothing had been done. These are people. Excuse me. Can you just mute me 1 second?
Yeah, give me a second to mute you. 1 second.
Hello?
Yeah, you're muted. Kitty, come over to TikTok. We're gonna end it. We're gonna end it here, guys. Come over to TikTok. We'll finish the show on TikTok. We're gonna end it here, guys. Come over to TikTok. See you at TikTok. Bye, guys. Baby's home.